You are sleeping when suddenly a sharp pain in your calf wakes you up. The muscle contracts, tightens, as if someone had yanked it without warning. You sit up, rub it with your hands, stretch your leg, but the pain lingers. Maybe you simply think, I must have walked too much today, or it's probably just the cold. But if this keeps happening, it may no longer be something small. From middle age onward, the body begins to send subtle signals, and muscle cramps are one of them. They are not just momentary muscle spasms. They are whispers from within, telling you that your legs are weakening, your electrolytes are out of balance, or your nervous system is no longer as sharp as it used to be. For many people, cramps do not only happen at night, they appear when climbing stairs, standing for long periods, or even just changing positions. And sometimes, from one simple cramp, a person can lose balance, fall, and find themselves unable to get back up like they once could. We often think this is normal with aging, but science has shown that eating the right types of food can significantly improve nerve transmission, reduce cramping, and restore strength to the legs. Research from Tufts University found that older adults who had enough potassium, magnesium, vitamin B12, and omega-3 in their diet experienced fewer cramps and improved mobility compared to those who were deficient. So, what are those foods, and how can you help your legs recover day by day, using only simple meals? It is not a coincidence that muscle cramps often happen in older adults. Many people believe it is simply because we get weaker with age. But in fact, this phenomenon results from a series of silent changes inside the body. These changes build up over time and are often overlooked. The first cause is a mineral imbalance, especially magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium. When you are young, your body absorbs and regulates these minerals efficiently. But after the age of 50, your intestines gradually lose their ability to absorb them. While your kidneys eliminate them more quickly, this means your muscles are no longer nourished properly, making unexpected spasms like cramps much more likely. The second cause is reduced blood circulation, especially in the lower limbs, when blood does not flow steadily to your feet and calves. Your muscles are deprived of oxygen and essential nutrients. A study from McMaster University found that older adults who move less are at higher risk of reduced blood flow in the legs. This contributes to muscle contraction, pain, and a higher chance of cramping during rest. Then there is the issue of peripheral nerve degeneration, when the nerves that carry signals to the muscles begin to deteriorate or lose their protective insulation called the myelin sheath. The communication between your brain and legs becomes slower or disrupted. As a result, the muscles do not receive accurate signals to contract and relax rhythmically. This leads to sudden uncontrolled spasms. Finally, there is the loss of muscle mass due to aging, a condition known as sarcopenia. As your body loses muscle, especially in the thighs and calves, you not only become weaker but also more prone to cramping. This is especially true when the muscles lack energy and nutrients needed for recovery. When you understand these causes, you will see that cramps are not a minor thing. They are a clear signal from your body, calling for help. Have you ever heard of any of these causes but did not realize they were this serious? Your body is never truly silent. It is always trying to tell you when something is off balance, whether it's a feeling of tired legs in the late afternoon or a sudden cramp in the middle of the night. These are all signals, but sadly, many people have gotten used to ignoring them until one day something serious happens and everything changes. Imagine this: you are walking, and suddenly a leg cramp hits. You lose your step, lose balance, and fall. For a younger person, it might just be a minor stumble, but for someone older, especially over the age of 60, it could lead to a hip fracture, hospitalization, and months without being able to walk like before. Many older adults, after a fall, have to give up going to the market, climbing stairs, or even bathing on their own. They lose their independence and sometimes their confidence. A report published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association, JAMDA, showed that nearly 50% of seniors who suffer a hip fracture from a fall never walk the same way again. Among them, 1/3 lose the ability to live independently, and more than 20% experience permanent loss of mobility. What makes these numbers so concerning is that most of these falls began from something that seemed harmless, a prolonged cramp that caused a loss of balance, or a weak step from muscles that had quietly declined without notice. This is the moment to take a closer look at your legs, not to blame yourself, but to understand that each spasm, each sharp pain, is your body's way of calling you back, asking for timely and proper care. Have you ever witnessed someone in your family lose the ability to walk just because of a single fall? When you think about improving your leg health, you might picture gentle exercises, taking calcium supplements, or drinking milk daily. All of these are good and helpful. But if you want to truly prevent muscle cramps, you need to look deeper. The strength of your legs does not lie only in the muscles, but in the connection between your brain and your muscles, a control system that most people ignore until it starts to break down. Since the day you were born, you have had a complex network of nerves that act like electric wires, carrying signals from your brain to each muscle in your legs. Every time you lift your leg, bend down, stand up, or simply stretch your calf in the morning. It happens because those signals travel smoothly and accurately. But over time, the protective layer around your nerves called the myelin sheath begins to wear down. This biological insulation helps nerve signals travel fast and in the right direction. When it thins or becomes damaged, the signals from your brain slow down, weaken, or get misdirected. As a result, your muscles may not receive clear commands. They react slowly or contract suddenly, causing painful cramps. In addition, lacking key nutrients such as vitamin B12 choline and omega-3 fatty acids causes your nerves to weaken even faster. Research from Harvard Medical School has confirmed that older adults with low B12 levels are at high risk of numbness, cramps, and poor balance due to peripheral nerve damage. This explains why just taking calcium or drinking more water is not enough. You need to give your body the building blocks to repair and maintain the nerve communication system. It is just like fixing an overloaded electric line so the lights can shine again. Have you ever heard that even a small vitamin B deficiency can cause numbness in your hands and feet? There is one thing that many people overlook. Your body does not heal just because time passes. It only recovers when it receives the right ingredients, and when it comes to preventing cramps. This could not be more true. Many people mistakenly believe that taking calcium is enough. But in reality, calcium is just one small part of the orchestra that coordinates muscle and nerve activity. You need to think of your body as a whole, because a healthy body does not function in isolated parts. To help muscles contract and relax properly, you need magnesium to calm the muscles, potassium for electrolyte transmission, sodium to maintain pressure balance, and calcium to support muscle contraction. But that is just the beginning. Going deeper, you also need B vitamins, especially B6 and B12 to help produce neurotransmitters. You need omega-3s from plants and fatty fish to nourish nerve cell membranes and keep tissues flexible. And do not forget high-quality protein. Without the building blocks for repair, your muscles cannot recover after movement. One especially important point is to limit sugar. Refined salt and industrial oils, these create chronic inflammation in the body, damage the insulating layer of nerves, and cause nerve signals from the brain to become more and more distorted. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, a diet high in sugar and low in healthy fats is linked to higher rates of cramps and numbness in older adults. So instead of focusing on just one nutrient, you should look at the bigger picture. Every meal is an opportunity to nourish your entire movement and nerve system from your gut, your blood, all the way to the calf muscles that gently tremble when you stand up. Do you have the habit of eating a complete breakfast every day? If you have ever wondered where to begin in improving leg cramps, the answer might be right in your kitchen. What you eat each day does more than feed your body. It shapes how your muscles respond, how your nerves send commands, and how your legs maintain balance. Below are 10 natural, easy-to-find foods that have been supported by medical studies for their benefits to muscle and nerve health in older adults. Let's see how many of these you are already using. 1. Whole eggs. You may already know that eggs are rich in protein, but not many people realize that the yolk contains choline, a precursor for producing acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for muscle contraction. Eggs also contain vitamin B12, which is essential for maintaining the protective nerve coating and preventing numbness and cramping. A study from Harvard University highlighted the role of B12 in reducing nerve transmission problems in adults over 60. Just one whole egg each morning can start healing from within. Have you tried eating eggs regularly throughout the week? 2. Fatty fish salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent sources of omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA. These fats not only reduce inflammation, but also help keep nerve cell membranes soft and flexible, so signals can travel faster and more accurately. They also improve blood circulation, a key factor in preventing cramps caused by oxygen-deprived muscles. In a study by McMaster University, older adults who ate fatty fish twice a week showed significantly fewer nighttime leg cramps. If you do not usually eat fish, have you thought about taking a bit of fish oil each day? 3. Whole milk yogurt. Many people avoid fat and choose sugar-free, fat-free yogurt. But for older adults, the healthy fat in whole milk yogurt is an important source of energy. Even more, the probiotics in yogurt help improve gut health, which enhances the absorption of minerals like magnesium and calcium, both essential for muscle function. Yogurt also provides high-quality protein that is easy to digest, making it ideal for older adults with weaker digestion. A small cup in the morning or afternoon is enough to make a difference. Do you prefer sweet yogurt or something more tart? 4. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, pumpkin seeds, and walnuts are simple snacks that are rich in magnesium, potassium, and zinc minerals vital for proper muscle contraction and relaxation. Magnesium especially helps calm nerve activity and reduce muscle spasms. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, even a small handful of nuts per day can lower the frequency of nighttime leg cramps in older people. You can sprinkle some on yogurt or eat them instead of candy or cookies. Which type of nut do you like best? 5. Leafy green spinach, kale, and pennywort are not only high in fiber but also rich in folate, vitamin K, and natural nitrates. These nutrients improve blood flow to the muscles, support muscle nourishment, and help with recovery. Nitrates from greens are converted into nitric oxide, a molecule that naturally relaxes blood vessels, lowering the risk of cramping due to blood vessel constriction. If your legs often feel cold or tingly at night, do not skip a plate of steamed greens each day. Do you usually eat your vegetables raw or cooked? 6. Bone broth. This is a natural remedy for joints and nerves. Collagen, glycine, and glutamine in bone broth help restore connective tissues and the myelin layer that surrounds nerves. A well-fed nervous system works more efficiently. Bone broth also calms the nerves, helps you sleep better, and reduces cramping when you shift positions. Older adults who regularly eat bone-based soups report fewer cramps, according to geriatric care groups at Tufts University. Does your family often make bone broths? 7. Avocados. Avocados are soft, easy to digest for older adults, and are a great source of monounsaturated fats that nourish nerve cell membranes. Avocados also contain vitamin B6 and vitamin E, both essential for maintaining stable nerve signaling and preventing nerve cell degeneration. B6 in particular helps produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter that relaxes nerves and muscles, lowering the chance of sudden nighttime cramps. You can mash avocado on whole grain bread or add it to a lunchtime salad. When was the last time you had avocado? 8. Legumes, lentils, green beans, and black beans are common foods that are often overlooked. They are rich in iron, potassium, B vitamins, and soluble fiber, all beneficial for muscle and nerve health. Beans also contain arginine, an amino acid that helps produce natural nitric oxide, improving blood flow to the lower limbs. This is especially important for older adults since poor circulation is a key cause of resting leg cramps. The fiber in beans also supports gut health, which indirectly reduces nerve inflammation. Have you ever made a bean soup or a refreshing bean dessert? 9. Berries, strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries may be small, but they are packed with anthocyanins and polyphenols, which reduce nerve inflammation and increase motor nerve sensitivity. Some studies show that berries help boost the production of BDNF, a protein that nourishes nerve cells and strengthens coordination between the brain and muscles. In addition to reducing cramps, berries also support memory and balance in adults over 65, according to research published in the Tufts Nutrition Review. If fresh berries are unavailable, try frozen ones blended with yogurt. Which berry is your favorite? 10. Grass-fed beef. When it comes to building muscle, few foods can match grass-fed beef. It is naturally rich in creatine, an energy source for muscle fibers. It also provides iron, vitamin B12, zinc, and complete protein. Iron helps red blood cells deliver oxygen to muscles. B12 ensures smooth nerve signaling. Creatine helps muscles maintain endurance during movement. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who eat moderate amounts of lean beef improve mobility and reduce cramping more than those who only eat white meat. When was the last time you had a real beef meal? Sometimes. Caring for your legs does not require expensive medicine or complicated machines. Just through your daily meals, you can ease cramps, strengthen your leg muscles, and regain control over your movement. Have you tried any of these foods? Which one surprised you the most? You may have heard the saying, food is medicine. And that is true, but only partly. The rest depends on how you live each day, no matter how nutritious the food is. If it is not supported by healthy daily habits, your body will struggle to absorb and process those valuable nutrients. This is especially true after the age of 60, when even small changes in your routine can make a big difference. One of the most important habits to reduce cramps is drinking enough water, especially during the evening, when your body lacks water. The levels of minerals in your blood shift, which interrupts the nerve signals from your brain to your muscles. Just one glass of warm water about 30 minutes before bedtime can help reduce those sudden nighttime cramps that many older adults often experience. In addition, try to build the habit of gentle movement after every 60 to 90 minutes of sitting. For example, stand up and walk around the house, stretch your arms, or slowly rotate your ankles. These small movements help keep blood flowing evenly to all limbs and reduce the blood pooling in your calves, a commonly overlooked cause of cramps during rest. In the evening, some older adults say they feel more relaxed and sleep better if they soak their feet in warm water for 10 to 15 minutes. This does more than relax the muscles. It sends a gentle signal to your nervous system that says, it's time to unwind. If you add a few slices of fresh ginger or a handful of coarse salt, the effects are even better. Another small but powerful practice is stretching your legs lightly before bed. You don't need to do intense exercise. Just lie on the bed, slowly stretch your legs, rotate your ankles, and take deep breaths. This tells your nervous system that your muscles have relaxed and do not need to suddenly contract to protect themselves. Finally, pay attention to your sleep quality. Going to bed at the same time, avoiding bright screens like phones, and not eating salty foods or drinking coffee after 7 p.m. All of these simple habits help your muscles and nerves truly rest. When you sleep deeply, your body has the chance to rebuild tissue, balance electrolytes, and recharge energy, reducing the chances of unexpected cramps. Do you take a few minutes each night to care for your legs? When you were younger, you rarely thought about your legs. They took you everywhere without needing permission, without needing special care. But when age arrives along with those uninvited cramps and slower steps, you begin to realize something important. Your legs are the clearest symbol of your freedom and independence in life. Cramps are not something you have to just accept because you're older. They are a signal, a gentle reminder that it's time to care more for your body, not with pills, but with listening and making steady changes in the small things. A nourishing meal, a glass of warm water, a light morning walk. These simple actions can return strength to your legs. The wonderful thing is, you do not need to do anything grand or difficult. Just choose the right foods like eggs, fish, leafy greens, seeds, and avocado. These are simple, familiar ingredients that, if understood and used regularly, can transform how your body responds. You don't need to run, jump, or lift weights. Just stand up a little more each day. Drink an extra glass of water, stretch your legs before bed, and you will begin the journey of caring for your legs and preserving your independence. You know, there are people over 70 who still walk 3 kilometers every morning, still carry their own shopping bags, still go up and down the stairs without holding the railing. not because they were born stronger, but because they understood early on if you don't take care of your legs. The day will come when you depend on someone else to move. They chose to care for their bodies early, little by little, and because of that, they kept the freedom that many others lost by simply believing aging means surrender. Today, you have learned about the 10 golden foods that help prevent cramps, protect your muscles, and support your nervous system. You've also discovered daily habits that help your legs grow stronger over time. So why not start now? Pick one food from today's list and include it in your first meal tomorrow. You don't have to do it all. You just have to do it consistently. And soon, you will feel the difference in every step you take, in every restful night, and in the growing confidence that you are slowly reclaiming. Have you tried any of these foods? Which one surprised you the most?